Hi friends, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to my channel, Belagali's class. My friends, we are doing with statistics. That too for what? 10th standard, my friends, 10th standard. Now in this we have done about what? How to find the mean of the given data. That arithmetic mean, A means arithmetic mean, denoted by X bar. There are three methods. One is direct method, second is assumed mean method or shortcut method. One more, third is there. That third method is step deviation method. Now my friends, already we have completed what is direct method, how to do the examples in direct method, everything we have done. Even I have done some examples taking from the exercise 13.1. I have done some examples from exercise. Then I have started in the previous video just what I mean by assumed mean method or shortcut method. In this, my friends, in this method, we have to assume a mean. What is this mean? That mean is the middle value. That mean is the middle value of the distribution. Already one example is there, my friends. I will explain with the help of that. This is the example. Again, exercise 13.1. Second example in that exercise, my friends. Consider the following distribution of daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. This is the chart given. Daily wages in rupees, number of workers. Daily wages. The workers between the pay scale. Pay scale is what? Between 500 to 520. There are 12 workers are there working between 500 to 520. There are 14 workers between 520 to 540. 8 workers between 540 to 560. 6 workers between 560 to 580. And there are 10 workers working between the rupees. Their wages is what? Between 580 to rupees 600. This is the given frequency distribution, my friends. What you wanted? Find the mean daily wages. Find the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by using assumed mean method. That is second method, assumed mean method. Yes, my friends. In this assumed mean method, everything already I have explained. After explaining this, I have done only one example on assumed mean method. Today I am going to do another 2 or 3 examples on assumed mean method. Yes, my friends. The formula we use in the assumed mean method to find the mean is X bar equal to A plus sigma Fi di upon sigma Fi. You know here the I takes the values from 1 to n, my friends. What is this A? This A is the assumed mean. How to find it? This A is nothing but middle value of the distribution. Where is the distribution, my friends? This is the distribution, you know. This is the given problem. The same given problem we represent by table of calculations. First column, daily wages. It is in rupees. Same we have written. 5 rows are there. 500 to 520, 520 to 540, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 600. These are the number of workers in each category. 12, 14, 8, 6, 10. I have written instead of 80806 like this, just to help for the calculation, because you have to go for what? Find sigma F5, you have to do the addition. That is why I have written 8 in place of 808. Then what is this, my friend? Class mark. Now what is that class mark? Xi, which is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. This is Xi. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Yes, my friends, here. Upper limit is 500. Upper limit is 520. Lower limit is 500. Add them. I did 1020. 1020 divided by 2 is 510. 510. Again, add these two divided by 2. 60 divided by 2 means 530. Again, what is this? 40 plus 60 is 100. 100 divided by 2 is 550. This is 140 divided by 2 is 570. This is, yes, my friends, 180 means it is division. 180 by 2 is 9590. These are the class mark Xi. In this, what is the middle value? Middle value is 550. This is the middle value. There are 5. In this, the middle value is 540. This 540 is your assumed mean, my friends. In this case, your assumed mean is 550. This is assumed mean. Assumed mean is 550. That is the middle value, midpoint of this distribution. After finding A, you must go for what? For each class, find DI. What is DI? Xi minus A. These are Xi. What is this? X1, 5, I equal to 1. X2, X3, X4, X1. This is X1 minus A. 510 minus 540 is minus 40. 530 minus 550 minus 20. 550 minus 550 is 0. 570 minus 550 is 20. 90 minus 50 is 40. What is this, my friend? It is DI. What is the next column? You have to find, because in the formula you wanted what? Summation Fi DI you wanted. You have to find, after finding DI, you go for what? Fi DI. Not a summation here. This is simply Fi DI. Fi DI. Minus 40 into 12 is minus 440. Minus 20 into 14 is minus 280. This is 0 because of 0. 20 into 6 is 120. 40 into 10 is 400. This is Fi DI. After this, my friends, we wanted to substitute these values in the formula. A is known, 550. We have to find these two summations. Sigma Fi, tell friends. Sigma Fi is, this is 0, 6, 14, 18, 20. 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. It is 50. Sigma Fi is 50. Sigma Fi is 50. Then you have to go for what? Sigma Fi Di, this value. This last is 0. Then 8 plus 8, 16 plus 0. 16 plus 2, 18. 18, this is 0. 18 means 8, my friends. 18 means 8, 1. This is minus 6. Minus 6. We have to add this. Minus 480, minus 280. 80 plus 80, 160. This becomes what, my friends? Minus 760. Minus 760. Minus 760. Down is plus, my friend, what is this? This is 520. This is 520 plus 520. What is the sum, my friend? Addition is what? Minus, bigger, 240. This is minus 240. What is this? Sigma Fi di. Then the formula. What is the formula? Assumed mean method formula. This is the formula. My friends, directly I substitute here. Now I rub this. This is the formula. Yes. This is minus, this is A. The value of A is 550 plus, this is minus 240. Minus 240 upon sigma Fi is 50. This is 50. 1 0 is cancelled. This is 550 plus with minus is minus 24 upon 5, which is 550 minus, if you simplify this, 4.8. 4.8. Yes, what is this? If you simplify this, in 5, 4.8 cancels, means it is 525, 545.2, my friends. This is 545.2. Therefore, you wanted what? You wanted what? Find the assumed mean. Assumed means mean daily wages. Therefore, mean daily wages is 545. Instead of all these things, the better word in mathematics is what? Required mean. Means whatever the friend wanted in the question, it is the meaning. Assumed mean is 545.2 is the answer. Is the answer. My friends, you copy it. I will explain once again. You copy it. Copy it. Yes, friends. This is the question example. Consider the following distribution of daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. This is the frequency distribution is given. Wages between 500 to 520, there are 12 workers. Between this, 14 workers. Between this, 8 workers. Between this, 6 workers. And last is between 580 to 600, there are 10 workers. Then, my friends, you know the solution. You wanted to find the mean daily wages of the workers of the factory by using assumed mean method. Assumed mean method means second method. Yes. This is the table of calculation. Table of calculation. These are the two given columns. Same as it is, you have to copy given columns. Then this is new, that is called as class mark, denoted by xi, means for every class interval you have to find. Now this is the class interval, you have to go for what? Class mark. What is the definition? Add these two divided by 2. 500 plus 520 is 1020 divided by 2 means 510. Actually it is what? The difference is 20 divided by 2 means 10. 510. What is the difference now? This is yes, 20 plus 40 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. This is what? 100 divided by 2 is 50. What is this, my friend? This is 180. 180 divided by 140, my friends. 80 minus 60, 120. 140 divided by 2 is 70. What is this? 80 plus 100, 180. 180 divided by 2 means 95, 90. Yes. This is sum divided by 2, my friends. This is Fi, number of workers is frequency. Number of workers is Fi. This is Xi, sum divided by 2. Then you have to find the Di. What is that Di? Xi minus A. What is your A? That is the mid value of this distribution, middle. What is the middle value? There are 5. The third one is the middle, whose value is 550. So A is 550, which is assumed mean. Find Di equal to Xi minus A in each case. This is 510 minus 550, 530 minus 550, 550 minus 550, 570 minus 550, 590 minus 550. This is what, my friend, Di. Then you have to go for what? Fi into Di. 12 into minus 40 is this. 14 into my friend, minus 20, this. 8 into 0. This is 6 into 20. This is 10 into 40. Is what? 400. Then you have to go for what? These two values. One is sigma Fi. Sigma Fi is 50. Sigma Fi Di. You have to add this last column. This is 760 minus 520, which gives minus 240. This is sigma Fi Di is this. Then assumed mean method, this is the formula. Assumed mean method, this is the formula. A plus sigma Fi Di upon sigma Fi, where I takes the value from 1 to 5 here, 1 to 5. This you know, my friends. A is 550. This is minus 240 upon 50. 0 cancels. 550 minus 24 upon 5. 24 upon 5 is nothing but 4.8. This minus 4.8, the remaining is 545.2 is the answer. I told my friends, very appropriate word. That is required. Mean means, instead of writing all these mean daily wages of the workers of the factory, instead of writing all these lengthy, write this itself is the required mean, whose value is 545.2, my friends. 0.2. This is the first example, my friends. First example. I do one more example. That is example number 4 from the exercise 13.1, my friends. 13.1. My friends, I said one more example on assumed mean method. That example is example number 4 of the same exercise 13.1, example number 4. The statement is 30 women were examined in the hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as follows. This is the columns given. Number of heartbeat per minute, number of women. A heartbeat between 65 to 68 is, there are 2 women. 68 to 71 there are 4. 71 to 74 there are 3. 74 to 77 there are 8 women. 77 to 80 there are 7. Between 80 to 83, 4. Between 83 and 86 there are 2. This is the heartbeat. Between heartbeats, these are the number of women. You wanted to find the mean heartbeat beats per minute for these list of the women, choosing a suitable method. Choosing a suitable method means, my friends, there are 3 methods. One is a direct method, as you know. What is it? X bar equal to sigma Fi Xi upon sigma Fi, direct method. Then what is this? Assumed mean method. In this case, you must find A, there is the assumed mean. That is always the mid value of your distribution, Xi. Mid value in the column Xi, middle value. That is A. Next you have to go for what? Xi minus A, like this, my friends. These are the first 2 columns. It is table of calculations. First two columns you have to copy as it is, these two. You have to copy it. This is XI called as class mark. What is this? Upper minus lower divided by 2. 65 plus 65 plus 3 divided by 2. 65 divided 65 plus 65. 2 times 65 upon 2 is 65 plus, what is the difference? 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. Add to this. 65 plus 1.5. 66.5 plus 1.5. 69.5 plus 1.5. 72.5 plus 1.5. 75.5 plus 1.5. 78.5 plus 1.5. 81.5 plus 1.5. 84.5. These are the values of Xi, my friends. That is class mark. Class mark. With this column, you have to find the middle value. How many observations are there? There are 7 observations. Then which is the middle value? Fourth observation is the middle value. What is the fourth observation? 75.5 is your assumed mean, my friends. Assumed mean A is 75.5. Then you have to go for the column DI, deviation, DI. Xi minus A. Xi minus A is 75.5. Yes. 66.5 minus 75.5. You mean 66 minus 75 is minus 9. 69 minus 75 is minus 6. 72 minus 75 is minus 3. 75 minus 75 is 0. 78 minus 75 is 3. 81 is 6. 84 is 9. This is, my friends, column containing the values DI, deviations, DI. Then you have to go for what? Fi DI. Fi DI. 2 into minus 9, minus 18. 4 into minus 4, minus 24. 3 into minus 3, 9. I have written 0, 9. 8 into 0 is 0. 7 into 3 is 21. 4 into 6 is 24. 2 into 9 is 18. Then formula wanted. One sigma Fi, another is sigma Fi Di. Sigma Fi is, add all these. 6, 9, 17, 24 plus 6 is 30. This, my friends, addition of these three, minus 18, minus 24, minus 9. This is 13 plus 8 is 31. 1. 3, 8 plus 12. 12 plus 9. Hmm. 12 plus 9 is 21. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Minus 51. Down. 8 plus 4. 12 plus 1. 13. 13. 1 plus 1. 2. 2 plus 2. 4 plus 2. 6. Plus 63 minus 51 gives plus 12. Plus 12. It is sigma Fi Di. Then you have to go for formula to find x bar. By assumed mean method is this formula. X bar equal to A plus sigma Fi Di upon sigma Fi. You know the value of A. 75.5 plus numerator is 12, denominator is 30. This is what? 12 means 6 into 2, 6 into 5 is 32. 30. So this plus 2 upon 5. What is 2 upon 5? 0.0. 20 upon 4 is 0.4. 75.5 plus 0.4 is 75.9. Therefore, this is the required mean heartbeat per minute of this list of the women. That required mean is 75.9. Yes, my friend. Copy it. I will explain once again. Copy it. Yes, my friends. I will explain once again. This is the question. 30 women were examined in the hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as follows. It is given in these two columns, my friends. Heartbeat between 65 to 68. Number of women is 2. Like that. This entire between this. This is the given question. Find the mean heartbeats per minute for these women choosing the suitable method. Now, my friends, as I wanted to explain in this case, the friend is given a choice choosing any method among the 3. I have selected what? Assumed mean method. For this table of calculations, given 2 columns, you have to write as it is. After writing the given 2 columns as it is, you have to go for what? Xi. What is this? Sum divided by 2. 65 plus 68 upon 2. 133 upon 2 means what? It is 66.5. Next, 69 upon 69.5. 71 plus 74. It is 145 upon 2. 72.5. Yes, this, my friend. 75.5. Like this, you know what is the value of class mark denoted by Xi. After writing Xi, you must observe the middle value. Middle of this column. How many columns are there? There are 7 observations. Out of the 7 observations, which is the middle? 4th observation is the middle. What is that 4th observation? 75.5. This is known as assumed mean, denoted by A. So, assumed mean is 75.5. So, you have to go for what? Next column to find DI, deviation. DI is what? Xi minus A. Xi means in each class. Xi minus A is 75.5. 66 minus 75 is minus 95. 0.5 cancels with 0.5. 69 minus 75 is minus 6. 72 minus 75 minus 3. 75 minus 75 0. 78 minus 75 3. 81 minus 75 is 6. 84 minus 75 is 9. Then you must go for what? Fi into Di. Minus 18. 4 into minus 6. Minus 24. Minus 9. 0. 7 into 3. 21. 24. 2 into 9 is 18. Then you have to go for what? Sigma Fi, addition 30. Sigma Fi Di. These are negative with positive gives plus 12. This is the formula to find the mean x bar. Formula A plus sigma Fi Di upon sigma Fi. You know the value. You know the values. What is this? 6 into 2, 6 into 5. 2 upon 5 is 0.4. 75.5 plus 0.4 is 0.9. Therefore, the required mean, that is heartbeat here. Mean of the heartbeat per minute among all these women is 75.9, my friends. And this is the another example I have done based on assumed mean method. These are the 2 examples I have selected from your exercise 13.1. One is example number 2, another is example number 4, my friends. 4. I explained this is second method. What is it? Assumed mean method. Already I have explained direct method. One more method left is step deviation method. My friends, I will explain first what I mean by step deviation method. Then I do some 2 or 3 examples on step deviation method. With that, today I will complete. Then one example I do, the last example, by making use of all the 3 methods. I will remind all the 3 methods once again. Yes, my friends. Now, I will first explain what I mean by step deviation method. Yes, friends. Here I am explaining first method 3. That method 3 is known as step deviation method. step deviation method. This method is used to simplify calculations when the values of xi minus a, this is the di my friends, values of xi minus a are large and are, this is very important, and are divisible by class size, and are divisible by class size. In this case, what? This should be large first. When it is large, we divide this difference by class size, which is, this we write in brief, di, class size is h. After finding di, you go for what? Di minus di upon h. The di upon h is denoted by what? Yes, my friends, ui. The di minus di upon h is denoted by ui. Yes, then we use this formula to find the mean x bar. What is the formula? A plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi into h, where a, assumed mean, you know, this is the mid value of what? Xi. This is the mid value of xi is. Mid value of xi. Xi is h, class size, which is upper minus lower limit. Xi di, xi minus a, this you have to find for each class. Ui, what is ui? Xi minus a upon h. If you take xi minus a as di, it is nothing but di upon h is ui. This also, ui also have to find for each class. Then after finding ui, you have to go for what? Sigma fi. You have to go for what? Sigma fi ui. Then to find x bar, use this formula. Yes, my friends will explain once again. In this case, very important is what? If this xi minus a, which is di, the values are so large and those values must be divisible by class size, which is upper minus lower, denoted by h. Then to find x bar, use this formula. X bar equal to a plus sigma fi ui upon sigma fi. This division you must multiply with h, that is class size, to find x bar. I have explained all these. A, assumed mean, you know how to find it. H, class size, upper minus lower limit. Then find di, xi minus a. This is, my friends, extra. What is that? You have to divide this di by h, and this di must be divisible by h. Then only use this formula, otherwise no. This di must be divisible by h. Then only use this step deviation method, otherwise don't use it. Other two methods are available. This is denoted by ui. After finding this, my friends, find sigma fi, find sigma fi ui. Then use this formula to find x bar. Then I have written one example here. See, my friends. This is example number 5 of what? Exercise 13.1. Exercise 5 of 13.1. In a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in a packing boxes. In a boxes they had kept it. These boxes contained not the same number, varying number of mangoes. That number of mangoes is varying, changes with box to one box. If one box contains 10 mangoes, another box contains 15 mangoes, another box contains 12 mangoes, like that, my friends. Varying number of mangoes. The following was the distribution of mangoes according to the number of boxes. Yes, this is number of mangoes. Mangoes between 50 to 52, number of boxes were 15. 15 boxes were contained the number of mangoes between 50 and 52. 53 and 55, number of boxes is 110. Between 56 and 58, number of mangoes the number of boxes are 135. 59 to 61, 115. 62 to 64, 25 boxes. This is the question. Find the mean number of mangoes kept in a packing box. Which method of finding the mean did you choose? In this case, my friends, for this I want to find your mean by using what? Step deviation method. Step deviation method. Yes, my friends. Now, I will explain this method. Same. What is this? Calculation. Table of calculation. Write these two rows as the two columns. Then find xi. After finding xi, find a assumed mean. Then find di. Next, ui equal to di upon h. Then you find fi ui. 2 sigmas. Use this formula. Yes, friends. Now see the calculation. Calculation. There is example number 5. The statement, everything is given. Everything is given. This is by step deviation method. Step deviation method. These two rows, I am writing in terms of columns. Yes, my friends. Number of mangoes: 50 to 52, 53 to 55, 56 to 58, 59 to 61, 62 to 64. What is your observation, my friends? The upper limit of the first class is not same as lower limit of the next class. No, they are different in this case, my friends. A box which contains mangoes around 50-52 is, there are 15 boxes. A box contains which nearly what? Mangoes, the number of mangoes is what? 53 to 55, 110 boxes. 56 to 58, 135 boxes. This 115 boxes, the last is what? A box containing 62 to 64 mangoes, the number of boxes 25. These two are two given. The data written in terms of what rows, we are writing the same two rows as two columns. After writing this comes, my friends, class mark, that is xi. Sum divided by 2. It is 100. 2 divided by 2 means it is 51. This is between 53 54. What is the middle? 54. 57, 60, 63. How many observations are there, my friends? There are 5 observations. Among the 5, this is the middle observation. Third one is the middle, which is the assumed mean. Therefore, assumed mean is 57. Assumed mean is 57. Then you have to go for what? Di. For each class, xi minus a is 57. 51 minus 57 is minus 6. 54 minus 57 minus 3. 57 minus 57 is 0. 60 minus 57 is 3. 63 minus 57 is 6. Normally 0, upper those two values which are in negative, but down is what? They are same with opposite plus opposite sign. Then you have to go for what? Ui, di upon h. What is h? Class size. Upper minus lower. What is upper? 55 minus 53. My friends, don't write 2. Between 55 to 53, next 54, next 55. What is the difference, my friends? 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 difference. Therefore, h is 3. H is 3. So, you have to go for what? Ui equal to di upon h. This is di. H is 3. Minus 6 upon 3 is minus 2. Minus 3 upon 3 is minus 1. 0 upon 3 is 0. 3 upon 3 is 1. 6 upon 3 is 2. See, here 0. These two are negative, these two are positive. But they are equal number but opposite in sign. Then you have to go for what? Fi ui. This, my friends, this column. This column. 15 into minus 2. 110 into minus 1. 0 into 135. This is 1 into 115. 2 into 25 is 50. Then you wanted what formula? Sigma Fi. This is sigma Fi. 5, 5, 5, 5. 20. 2, 3, 4, 4, 7, 10, another 0. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So sigma Fi is 400, 400. Sigma Fi Ui, last column. This is minus 140. This is plus 165. Minus 140 plus 165 is 25. Now this is the formula for what? By step deviation method. Formula for step deviation method. Step deviation method. This is the formula, my friends. X bar equal to A plus sigma Fi Ui upon sigma Fi into H. You know the value 57 here. 57 and sigma Fi is 25 upon sigma Fi is 400. 25 into 16. This is 57 plus 3 upon 16. This 3 upon 16 is nothing but 0.30. Yes, 1. 30. This is 16 means this 9. It is 0.19. Therefore, your X bar is 57.19. Therefore, the required mean is 57.19 is the answer, my friends. Is the answer. Yes, you copy it. I give 1 minute. I will explain once again, my friends. I will explain once again. Copy it. Quick. Quick. Yes, friends. This is the one more example. I will explain this once again. Then I do one more example, my friends. That will be last example of the day today. This class. This class. This class. Yes. Number of mangoes. That first row is first column. Second row is second column. As it is, you have to write. After writing, you have to go for what? Xi, the middle value. Sum divided by 2. 100, 2 upon 2 is 51. This is 100, 8 upon 2 is 54. Like that. 57, it is 14 divided by 2. 57. This is what? 120 divided by 2 is 60. What is this? 126 upon 2 is 63. 63. Then you have to go for what? Di. What is the Di? Middle value. Middle value. There are 5 observations. Third observation is the assumed mean in 57. Now you have to go for this column. Xi minus 57. 51 minus 57 is minus 6. 54 minus 57 is 57 minus 57, 60 minus 57, 63 minus 57 is 6. This is, my friend, Di. This is extra. Find Ui. What is that Ui? Di upon H. What is that H? Class interval. Upper minus lower. What is upper? 55 minus 53. See, my friends, here. The upper limit of the first class is not same as lower limit of the next class. Lower limit of the next class. Therefore, in this case, the difference is not 2, the difference is 3. Yes, 53, 54, 55. Difference is 3, my friends. In between, there are 3 observations. Yes, 3. H is 3. H is 3. Next is what? Di upon H. This is minus 6 upon 3. Minus 3 upon 3. 0 upon 3. 3 upon 3. 6 upon 3 is 2. Then you have to go for what? This is Ui. Ui into Fi. 15 into minus 2. 110 into minus 1. 135 into 0. 115 into 1. 25 into 2 is 50. This is last column you have to concentrate. Then this Fi you have to concentrate. Sigma Fi, adding these 400 show. Sigma f ui fi ui. This is what? This is minus 140 plus 165. Simplification is 25. Then by step deviation method, formula x bar is a plus sigma upon sigma into h. 25 upon 400 into 3. 25 into 1, 25 into 16, my friends. 16. 3 by 16.19. So the required mean is 57.19, my friends. 19. This is the example number 5 of your exercise 13.1, my friends. I do one more, the last example on this step deviation method. Step deviation method. My friends, I have written the next example here. The number of frequencies instead of odd, it is even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one sample I have taken. See the example. Calculate the arithmetic mean of the following frequency distribution using step deviation method. It is the question. This is given, my friends. This is frequency distribution. Frequency distribution. This is class interval frequency. Between 0 to 50, 17 frequency. 50 to 100, 35. 100 to 150, 43. 150 to 200, 40. 200 to 250, 21. 250 to 300 is 24. In these cases, my friends, upper of the first equal to lower of the second, like this case. Then you wanted to find its arithmetic mean x bar using step deviation method. Solution. Table of calculations. These two columns you have to write as it is. These two columns are as it is. Then you have to go for what? Class mark, which is xi. Addition divided by 2, 50 divided by 2. Addition 150 divided by 2. 250 divided by 2. It is 350 divided by 2. This is 450 divided by 2. This is 550 divided by 2. This is xi. In this, my friends, I told the number of observations are even number 6, 2 plus 2 plus 2. In this case, what are the middle values? You get two middle values, 125 as well as 175. Both are mid values. Both are what? A. Among the two, you must select any one, either above, otherwise below. Then, while selecting, we have to deduct it. We have to deduct in xi. Therefore, better is to choose what? The smaller among the two. No, sir, we wanted big. You can go for it. Is correct? Same answer will be getting. But better is always, if there are two mid values, in that case, choose the smaller. Among the two, the smaller is what? 125. So, A is 125. I have written the small value. Then what is H, my friend? Class interval, upper minus lower, 50 minus 0 in this case. I explained what upper equal to lower, take upper minus lower is 50. Then you go for what? Xi written. This is 125. Then di you have to find. What is di? Xi minus a, xi minus 125. 25 minus 125 minus 100. 75 minus 125 minus 50. 125 minus 125 each year, which is a itself. 175 minus 125, 50. 225 minus 125, 100. 275 minus 125 is 150. These are the values of what? Di. Next column is ui. It is di upon h. These numbers must be divisible by h. Then only we can apply the step deviation method. Otherwise, yes. What is your h? 50. Minus 100 upon 50. Minus 1. Minus 50 upon 50. Minus 1. 0 upon 50. 0. 50 upon 50. 100 upon 50. 150 upon 50 is 3. Then this is ui, my friends. This is ui. Next is Fi into ui. This is your Fi star. This is your ui star. Yes. 17 into minus 2, minus 34. 35 into minus 1, minus 35. 43 into 0, 0. 40 into 1, 40. 21 into 2, 42. 24 into 3 is 72. Sigma Fi, this my friends, write down. 5, 8, 13, 20, 0, 2, 4, 6, 10, 17, 18, 180 is sigma Fi. Then sigma Fi ui, this last column, 2 plus 2, 4, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 7, 154 with a plus sign. This is with a minus sign. Minus 34, 35 is minus 69. 154 minus 69 is 85, my friends. Simplification of this. Ui Fi sigma is 85. Now, this is the formula for step deviation method. X equal to A plus sigma ui Fi ui upon sigma Fi. Yes, A is 125 plus summation 85 upon sigma Fi is 180 into H. H is 50. H is 50. This, my friend, 10 is gone. 85 into 5, 425 upon 18. 425 upon 18, if you simplify it, is 23.61. 125 plus 23.61 is 148.61. Therefore, required mean is 148.61. This we calculated with the help of a step deviation method. Step deviation method. Yes. Arithmetic mean of this distribution by step deviation method. Answer is 148.61. My friends, last 1 minute you take. Then I will explain once again. Yes, friends, see, this is a frequency distribution given. You wanted to find its mean, arithmetic mean, by step deviation method. Both the columns written as it is. Xi, class mark, sum divided by 2. Yes, this is Xi column, which is simplified. Then you go for what? A, what is your A? Arithmetic mean. In this case, my friends, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. Number is even, so you get what? 2 mid values. Among the two, we can choose either above, otherwise below. The better choice is the small value because we are deducting. Because of this reason, go for small value among the two, among these two. 125 is small. Then you have to go for what? Xi minus 125. 25 minus 125, 75 minus 125, 125 minus 125, like this, my friends. This is the column containing di. Then ui, what is ui? Di upon h. What is the value of h? 50. So it is minus 100 upon h, minus 50 upon 50, 0 upon 50, 50 upon 50, 100 upon 50, 150 upon 53. Then you have to go for two columns. Sigma Fi, adding all these 6, get 180. Last column, addition, get 85, explained, my friends. Then, by step deviation method, this is the formula. 125 plus this. Simplification, 23.61, addition, 148.61. That will be the required mean, my friends. this I'll explain the third method of finding mean by step deviation method. Yes, my friends. Finally, tomorrow, before going with the median, I will explain one more example by all the three methods: direct method, assumed mean method, and step deviation method. That I will explain one example with all the three methods, reminding the method all the three, my friends. Today this much is enough, my friends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Namaste, bye, goodbye, namaste, namaskara, my friends. Namashinyo. Have a good day, wonderful day. Thank you.